Okay, so we finished building our Lego 3-1-1-3-3-in-1. So now we're gonna do a review on it. Let's start off with the cars. Just gonna slide the red one out. If you didn't know, when you first get it, well, at least mine, when I first got mine, they can actually slide forward and backwards, not just go forward and then turn. They can actually also slide. I think that's because there's some like sort of oil on it to make it slippery. It's actually really satisfying. But it will damage the wheels, see? Got a bit there, but that's fine. Just use my hand and do it off. But overall, the design is pretty good. You've got some slides thing. That's what I like. You would have been seeing my other video that for my jet. They also have got an elegant thing here. They actually attached the same way that I also attached them on the side. Got a thing there. I think this is supposed to be where this is supposed to be the driver's head, because it looks like, you know, you just sit there, but obviously it doesn't come with any minifigures. So there's a red and yellow one, and also a blue one, which I'll also talk about. Oh, let's first of all talk about the color. The red is pretty nice, and the yellow, I've seen better yellows than this, but yellow is fine. It's more of a yellow that's been mixed with pencil, so mixed with grey. But it's like a dark yellow, but it's not a yucky yellow, which is good. Now we'll just get out our blue one. Now the blue is obviously the same as the red, except in blue and turquoise. I like the turquoise a bit better than the blue because it's kind of like much more lighter, and obviously it looks good when it's light. Just securing this. But the blue is possibly the exact same blue as my jet. So so that blue is the same as that blue, and that turquoise is the same as that turquoise. Just put my jet away for now. I know it's really cool, but yeah. So moving on to the trailer, I'll just take these cars out. But I've never actually lift these cars off the ground because they can just literally just come here. I mean, I've never like, if this was a car, I've never ever lifted up before. They just stayed on the table. I've lifted up the trailer, but I'm wondering if this trailer can actually hold my car. My aircraft. And it can. But we're not talking about aircraft today. So, oh yes, the trailer. Just disattach that. Okay, so over here, the trailer's back design is pretty cool. When I assembled it, I was pretty surprised at how it needs 6 of these plate things. That's quite odd. And these tires are just slightly a bit too small for this big trailer. Like, if they could allow this more room, I think it would be better if they gave it these big tires, because I think that will make it more look like a proper trailer. But anyways, here you've got the elegant edge. I do have some of these. I just don't know where they are, or maybe I sold them yet. So that's really nice. Here is pretty nice as well. It's all in the green style, but I did wish if they could release a new piece that didn't have these dots, especially for this, just so that it kind of matches this. On here they use the same cage things to trap, they were used in Lego City for the bad guys, for the police series. You've got 4 of these, which makes a lot of sense. The cars do just slide here, see? Just watch really closely. But I did wish if there was another set of these just here at the back, so it would kind of look a bit better. And I would say it would be a bit more still, because as you can see here, it still wobbles, even with the gate on. But I guess Lego couldn't make it perfectly just sit still. But however, the strange part here is that up here on the top one, oh, I forgot to show you this. So up here, if you don't put the cage on, this thing can tilt high. But if you do put the cage on, it still tilts really high. But then up here, it's different for the top. For the top, just get this stand on. There's actually a small kickstand here that you can put there to get it still. So we can just, if we don't put the gate on, it doesn't tilt as high. It can't, the tires can't go, the bottom of the tire can't go higher than the gate. But here, it can go higher than the gate, even with the gate on. See? And also, another strange thing that I realized is, you know how here has got these bits, which are supposed to fit these small line things? They are here, and they don't go inside. So they don't go around inside these. But up here, for the top, they do go inside, see? It can just slot in, and it's perfectly level. Yeah. So that's another strange thing I realized. But overall, it's a pretty nice trailer. But I would wish if they could instead use a Lego City Police gel ones. So you know how they're the black ones that are still there? I think there's also grey ones, but they are all sealed up, because then you can just flick them and they won't you don't need to flick 2, they'll just all go together in one piece. And also if they could get this slightly higher a bit, that would be good, because then it won't have trouble from getting up. See, if you, for example, with the blue one, if you drive it up here, this first ramp is pretty smooth, because it's got that piece there. But then here, if you go through the second ramp, you see how it kind of struggles a bit? Now that's because of this thing, because if I just remove this, and put this, see how it can go all the way down to the bottom? And it's really smooth. Just put this. But then, if you park this guy here, it can fall off easily. So obviously there are some good things and there's some bad things. I'll just reassemble this. Then we'll talk about the main thing, the motor sort of thing. Okay, so here, it looks really cool on the front. So where is the front facing camera? So if I just get this really cool close, see how it's really cool? I think it's mainly because of the black. It looks like it's a string and then you can have like eyes on there, but it's not a string. Like there's no button on the back or anywhere really that you can push for it to activate. But it would be really cool if that was a screen and it could have like a face with eyes and a mouth that can speak. And how it speaks is not sound plays out of it. The screen will write, for example, if I say, if I ask the computer a question, for example, how are you doing today? And then I write, if yes, print, yes, I am doing good today. If no, print, no, I am not doing good today. And then I write, answer, yes, I am good today. It might be a bit complicated, but yes. And it might be a bit different to other coding spots, but on Trinket, it's like that. Or maybe I missed some things, but yeah. Here on the side, it looks really cool, but I would wish if this thing could just come out a bit so that it could be smooth with the side panel. If you take it off, it doesn't look really good because it's white. But anyways, yeah. But I was wondering when I built it, how do you refill it? Like, because on my jet, if it uses electricity, which means it can charge wirelessly, so it just charges here. The blue matches up. The blue is just the basement, and then the red will match up with the stand. If you haven't watched that video, you should really watch it. I'll link it in the video description. But I think what will make sense for it to charge on, maybe it is electric too, is here. So you know how there's a small dot there? But then I would wish if it had like a black thing, like this spare part. It's not supposed to go there, but just sit there. And it looks even better. Or maybe one of these circle ones. So maybe like put the circle there. Looks cool. The clear one doesn't really work good, but these are all spare parts that you'll get. And here, maybe it is full because obviously you've got the bits that the smoke escapes. By the way, these are horns, just to say. Before I thought this was the horn, but yeah. And I suppose this is the fuel tank because we've seen this as a fuel tank on other Lego sets. Maybe I haven't reviewed them, but I'm pretty sure there are other Lego sets that have this as what's it called? Gas tank. So we're just gonna. Now I just wanted to also do a test. I wanted to see how many things that I still have now can be packed on here. I'll just grab them quickly. Okay, so here's the jet. And we also have the jet carrier. So first of all, we're gonna just attach the trailer back onto the car. That way we don't need to use a handy stand. We'll first of all try these because we already know the answer and they're included. So if you don't have any of these, because these are custom mocks, you can use that. I'm just gonna let that fly up top. Okay, so these definitely work. But what if I use the entire trailer for some bigger things I have? Oh, we'll try this thing. It's still quite small and decent. Wonder if this needs one or does it need two? It can fit with one, but I think it will work better with two. Yeah, it definitely does. Now, last but not least, the jet. So we've already went with the jet, but I'll just do it again. In case if you went to grab a snack that time. So the jet will definitely need two because it's quite big, you know. And then it's also quite tall. But thanks that it still has got some things that the back trailer can be on. And it does. So maybe if you have something that's similar to these, you can put it on and let it carry. But I wonder, what about the carrier for the jet and the jet? Or will that just not work because it's already a carrier, you know? It does make it much more lower, so it's kind of more secure, but it's also much more heavier. No, I don't think it really works, but that's fine. But anyways, I don't really need this anymore because I've got this, so maybe next time when I do an upgrade, I will feature this in the video. But it's pretty good, it's just you can't spin. Oh, by the way, last but not least, over here, I'm curious what this is for because you've got a blue dot and sort of like a purple dot. And then here you've got a hook. So I wonder if that means like, I wonder if that's Lego thinks that in the future, I think this was made in 2021. So like 2022 is the record date. But maybe in the future of 2022, maybe Lego thinks that they will, or maybe they will make more of these green accessories that you can hook up to the back, but they may not all have this handy thing. So that's why that's there, so that they can just plug in. But that would be really cool if Lego could make more of these things that can support this. But I would wish if they could just sell the attachment trailer type of thing separately, so you don't need to buy both. But that's it for today. Bye.